Hey, ¿qué pasa, gente? Hoy vamos a darle un poquito a Kingdom Come, ¿vale? Si no visteis el primer episodio, básicamente era completando el tutorial, pero lo tengo en YouTube. Así que si lo queréis ver, que fueron las risas, os recomiendo pasar por mi canal de YouTube. Dicho eso, vamos a continuar y depende de vosotros, jugaré de una manera u otra. Bueno, aquí veis como nos empezaron a atacar los que vieron el capítulo anterior y nosotros debemos huir. Así que vamos a intentar huir. Básicamente tenemos que ir hacia allá. Pero ¿qué pasa? Que hay enemigos por todos los lados. Y cualquiera que venga nos va a matar. Voy a dar un segundito a que teste todo, que está todo correcto. Todo nice, todo correcto. Vale. Sí, todo correcto. Pues estaba dando un poquito de alergia hace unos segundos. Uf, ya veremos. Bueno, es como intentan... Y nosotros... que no me deja montar. Vale, montamos a caballo y nos piramos de aquí. Vale. Pues acabamos de robar el caballo en la cara. Bueno, gente, vamos a jugar un rato, ¿vale? Sin cámara. Y ahora, después de que fume, pues la pongo. Lo malo que, ¿ves? Pone, no sabe cómo vendarse. A ver si el caballo quiere acelerar, tío. No sé por qué no corre. O sea, es que estamos yendo despacito, despacito. Joder, si es que los tengo apegados, tío. Corre, por allá. Por el arroyo. Venga. Joder. Vaya flechaza lleva en el hombro. ¡Ay, sube, sube! ¡Sube! Sí, no, pero no saltes ahora, cabrón. Ahí, venga, para arriba. Ahí, venga, ya está. Oh, os quedasteis atrás bugueados, pobrecitos. Creo que se me ha bugueado lo del caballo. Porque no me deja sprintar con él, ¿sabes? A ver, este juego ya lleva tiempo, ¿no? Pero, joder, parece que aún tiene sus bugueitos. Supuestamente me disparan a mí, no al caballo. Ahí vemos otro aldeano huyendo. Pues nos queda nada de vida, ¿eh? ¿Llegaremos? La verdad que el juego está bastante completo, o sea, puedes hacer tantas cosas. Es como un GTA, pero estilo libre. Lucius, buenas, bienvenido al stream. Me han timado, el caballo. Mi caballo no corrió tanto.
Quickly, everyone! Get your asses here!
Hey! And loose!
A saber lo que me ha dicho. Que quiero Shadowlands. Shadowlands para más adelante.
Someone give him a drink. And bring hot wine and bandages.
Sí, estábamos... A ver, hace un par de minutos estábamos en Shadowlands. Pero al final nos hemos salido... Así por las risas, ¿sabes? Demasiado...
Tell me, boy. Who are you?
injugable aún.
And where are you from? What in hell's name happened?
I've come from Skalitz. They burned it to the ground. Slaughtered everyone.
O sea, para decirte que en mitad de stream me toca cambiar de juego, pues ya te puedes imaginar.
They attacked without warning. And they weren't Czechs or Germans either.
Who then?
I don't know. I've never seen armor like it or heard their language. Maybe Tatars?
Mañana es rey.
Tartars, you say? Well, we'll deal with that later.
Nada, pero yo...
Let's have a look at that
Al
letter.
huevo poco entro. Por no decir que ya no entro.
Grit your teeth, boy. I'm gonna pull that arrow out.
Vale, ahora cuando salte la animación, bajamos los FPS, los capeamos, si no,
Easy.
como que los vídeos se ralentizan.
All done. You were lucky, lad. The arrow missed the bone. It only needed bandaging, and I've done that often enough before. War is a good teacher. Can you stand? There you go. Good as new.
Thank you.
If you idlers nothing better to do, get back to work. You'll have to speak to Lord Divish. Can you manage?
Pues no me he recuperado del hombro y ya me está empezando otra vez a doler.
Sir, this is a survivor from...
I heard, Robard. Tell me, boy, what exactly happened? Did you see the ensigns of the attackers? And were there any more survivors?
So, I don't know what army it was, but it was huge. There were dozens of banners flying on the hill above Skalitz. The ones who did the slaughtering spoke a strange language. They burned Skalitz to the ground, but a lot of people took refuge in the castle. I wasn't quick enough. And as I fled, they shouted from the battlements that I should come and warn you.
The soldiers the boy didn't recognize. They could be those Cumans of Sigismund's. It said they came to Hungary from the east, and now they're the core of his army. Sacking Kuttenberg must have given him a taste for stolen silver.
Skalitz is a small castle, sir. If Sigismund attacks, they can't hold.
Indeed, Sir Robard. And our small garrison would be no help, even if we could risk sending them.
You think we're next in line?
Maybe. What's your name, boy?
I'm Henry, son of the
Henry.
Skalitz blacksmith.
I know him. Did he make it inside the castle?
Nope.
I'm sorry. It's in God's hands now. No one else can help us. Anyway, thank you for risking your neck to warn us.
Bueno, ¿y qué coño? Para
Robart,
salvarme,
take care
para
of him.
salvarme a mí, ¿sabes?
Make sure he gets something to eat and some rest.
Yes, sir.
And get all the people inside the gates. We have to prepare for the worst. Make all the necessary arrangements.
As you command, sir.
¿Vale? Bueno, ya sabéis que vosotros decidís si me comporto como una persona normal o empiezo aquí a robar a todo el pueblo este entero. A ver, a ver. A ver, a ver. Muy difícil. Fácil. Es que no tengo ganzúas, tío, qué pena. Bueno, de momento vamos a jugar como malo, que siempre sé que vosotros elegís malo. A ver, por aquí no hay nada tampoco. Bueno, nuestro personaje necesita comer y descansar, así que...
You've done well, lad. I'm sorry for your loss. You must be all done in. Why don't you go to the kitchen and have a good meal? Sorrow is easier to bear on a full
Vale.
stomach.
A la cocina para comer. Que la cocina está aquí.
Oh well, I wouldn't mind a bite to eat, actually.
¿No? Sí, creo que era aquí, ¿no? Leña. Aquí.
Ah, milady. You are fortunate our good lady Stephanie of Talmberg has graced us with her presence.
My lady, I'm honoured.
So this is our brave young man.
Ya no te duele la pierna, ¿eh?
Welcome, lad. Bojana here will take care of you. No doubt you're tired and hungry.
Indeed. How could he not be, poor soul? After everything he's been through, he must be as hungry as a bear, aren't you, young master? Here you are, then. Eat your fill.
And a little wine to wash it down.
Thank you, my lady.
Joder, que bien me cuidan, por Dios.
When you're done, you can go and rest with the grooms in the Outer Bailey.
No, that won't do, Sir Robard. After all he's been through, he deserves a proper bed. Let him sleep in a lodge in the courtyard.
Certainly, milady. Young
Nice.
Henry here is overwhelmed by your generosity.
Yes, yes, thank you, my lady. May God reward you for your kindness.
Eat up now. You're in capable hands, so I'll leave you to it. Good night.
Good night.
Good night, man.
When you've done, you can sleep in the bedchamber of
Vale, nos vamos al pabellón a descansar.
those filthy boots before getting into bed.
Y de quitarnos las botas. Bueno. Pues a comer se ha dicho. Ahora en un ratillo, ¿vale? Ya abro la cámara. Vale, patito asado. Madre mía, cuánta comidita. Vampir. ¿Cuánto da esto? ¿9? 26. Energía menos 6. Uf, nos da sueño. Hostia, energía... Estamos en 12, ¿eh?
My word.
Sí, sí. Ahora te vas a dormir.
Oh, good God.
Primero pilla toda la comida.
I need to lie down before I split
Oh,
my
quesito.
face open
Quesito
from
también.
yawning.
Vale, esto ya es robar, así que de momento nada. Vale, el pabellón es esto. Y nuestra cama. Vamos a cerrar la puerta. Nos sentamos. A ver, que vea la estadística que me da. Jugador. Efectos. Aquí, punto de lectura. Vale. Y nos dormimos. Ha sido un día duro para nuestro Henry. Vamos a que se levante. A ver. Hostia. No sube ni la energía a tope, ¿sabes? Vale, pues vamos a dormir lo máximo.
Today the patrols will be doubled. Keep your eyes peeled. If you see anything out of the ordinary, report it immediately. Understood? Yes, sir.
Yes?
It is I, Henry. Forgive the intrusion. I didn't wake you, boy, did I?
My lady, no, not at all.
Uy, 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 uy.
But what brings you here? At
Esta
this time?
lady
I thought you
quiere algo, quiere
do
algo.
with a little wine. It's just what you need to help you sleep.
My lady, thank you. You really shouldn't. You could have sent a servant.
I was going to, but to tell you the truth, I couldn't sleep either. I thought of you while saying my prayers. How awful it must have been for you. I came to offer you solace.
Viene a darnos
To let
consuelo.
you know you're not alone.
Thank you.
Uf, como tengo el hombro,
Thank you kindly.
You're welcome.
Lo bueno que me apoyo aquí detrás, así. Por lo menos se me
Henry,
pasa el dolor un poco.
I know this is all very new and strange for you. But I want you to feel at home here. You're not to worry about anything except getting better. God knows you've been through a terrible ordeal. I know what it is to be left alone in the world, although your loss is much greater. But with God's help, the pain will ease in time. And it can help to talk about it, if you feel like it.
Vamos a contarle la historia.
I'll tell you what happened. It was terrible and unexpected.
Fui a la taberna por la cerveza, allí vi una dama, Bianca, fui a cobrar una deuda.
A fellow by the name of Kunesh owed money to father, who sent me to collect it from him. Only Kunesh had no intention of paying. It got a bit heated, as often happens when there's money involved.
Ay,
Kunesh still wouldn't cough up the coin. Father was too...
Oh.
éxito.
When I'd done all the errands, I headed back home. I promised father I'd help him with his work, and I was looking forward to it. He was forging a sword for Sir... The sword was taking shape when Sir Radzig himself came to have a look at it. He praised father's work and said that with his smithing skills, he could easily make a living in Prague or Vienna.
You don't say.
Nice,
But
éxito.
Sigismund's horde was already on the horizon, ready to attack the town.
Vale, tenemos que seguir. Mira, podemos darle en diálogo y. Bueno.
I saw smoke on the horizon from a village Sigismund pillaged on the way to our town, which was soon to meet the same fate.
God have mercy.
And then death descended on Skalitz.
Total.
I looked towards
Vamos a
the
darle
town and
penilla,
saw a
sí,
group
a
of humans
sí.
chasing down my Bianca and murdering her for sport. There was nothing I could do to help her.
You mustn't blame yourself. She's with the Lord now.
I ran to the castle like our neighbours to take cover, but I didn't make it. I had to find another way to save myself. The men on the battlements called down to me to flee to Talmberg and warn you. I was lucky I knew a concealed path around the castle.
Vale. Vamos a decirle cómo robemos
I
el
needed a
caballo.
horse to get to the safety of Talmberg and to warn you all.
And with all that was happening, you thought of others like a good Christian.
Reputación ganada.
It was Teresa, the mill wench. She'd been caught by a gang of Cuman savages who planned to violate her.
Le podemos mentir, vamos a mentirle.
I had Sir Radzig's sword, and even though there were several of them, and they were better armed, I had to try and save her. I wanted there to be at least one person I'd helped. And I succeeded,
Mentiroso.
even though it almost cost me my life. After that, I stole a horse from them and rode off.
Really?
I'll
Oh.
never forget the horror. It will haunt me for the rest of my life.
That's terrible. How could something like that happen?
God alone knows why he lets such things happen.
You poor boy. I understand your grief, but God is not to blame for the ills of this world. That is the work of Satan and those who do his bidding. Those who are corrupted by greed, envy, and pride. You must not lose faith, whatever life brings. Fate has not been merciful to me, and my husband either. Although in comparison to the horrors you went through. I was young when I married my husband. It was my father's wish. Divish was a lot older than I, but a woman must bear her lot. Shortly after our marriage, before I even got a look at Talmberg, the castle was stormed and my husband was imprisoned.
Really?
Ahora dice, no.
My husband had some quarrel with Sir Havel Med.
Bueno, dame ese texto, vamos para adelante. Ahora está recordando un poquito. Vale.
Help us, son. Don't be a coward.
Henry, wake up. You don't want to miss this.
What is it? What's happening?
Come to the battlements. One of our patrols reported a company heading here from Skalitz.
¿Te viene esta opción? Vale, vamos para adelante. Los señores Stanberg. Vale, será por aquí. Vamos a hablar con el capitán.
Listen up. If it's Sigismund and his army, prepare for the worst. But don't be daunted by their numbers. Heed my command. All will end well.
¿Qué está pasando?
What's going on?
I don't know. It doesn't make sense. Why would Sigismund advance on Talmberg in the night? Especially since he's lost the element of surprise after the raid on Skalitz.
Maybe it's not him.
Then who is it? The scouts Jivish sent to Skalitz to spy on Sigismund said he'd set up camp and was getting ready to storm the castle. And Sir Radzig is an experienced soldier. He'd surely hold the castle for quite some time. It doesn't make sense.
What else did the spies see?
Not much of anything. Before they could get close enough, this huge storm started. And you were right. Sigismund has a hell of a lot of soldiers, including all manner of mercenaries. An army like that costs a fortune. Well, anyway, we'll find out when they get here, won't we?
Aye, we will.
Vale.
Halt! Who goes there?
Lucifer and all his minions. Who else, Robber?
Sir Ansig. What a relief.
Is his lordship there with you?
Yes, sir. He is right here.
What are you doing up so late, Divish? At your age, you need a good night's sleep.
Well, Radzik, you didn't exactly pick the best time for an outing either. In a big hurry?
It was a bit of a scramble, all right. Believe it or not, this tempest is a godsend for me and my men. As my old granddad used to say, better a sore throat than a slit throat.
I'd say your grandfather was a wise man. Your messenger told us what happened.
Messenger?
The lad you sent to warn us.
He's alive? He made it to you?
He's here with me. He only got away by the skin of his teeth, though.
Thank God.
A brave young man. But tell me, friend, how on earth did you manage to get away?
Thank God for this tempest. When it began, Sigismund's Tatars crawled into their holes and left us storming the castle for more clement weather. We were able to sneak out right under their noses. The Lord be praised. We wouldn't have stood a chance against them.
Would you like to spend the night in Talmberg?
No, no. When Sigismund finds the castle empty tomorrow, he might come looking for us. We'd only be exposing you to danger. Without me and my men, he has no call to attack you.
What will you do then?
We'll march to Ratai. It's only a short way, and there we'll have a better chance of defense and enough room for all of these people. If Sigismund should come, better bend your knee, Divish. There's no point dying in a battle that's futile.
You're right there.
Is that boy still with you?
I'm here, sir.
You have courage, lad. That I can't deny. I am sorry about what happened. Would you care to join us?
I'd like to, sir, but first I have to return to Skalitz.
Are you mad? What do you want there?
I can't leave my mother and father. I won't leave their corpses rotting in the street. I'll join you once I've taken care of them.
Don't even think of going back there, you donkey. Are you tired of living?
But sir!
Quiet! I'm sorry about your father, but getting killed as well won't help him. Divish, make sure that lad doesn't budge from Talmberg until things quiet down.
Not to worry, friend. Anyway, he's injured and needs to recover. I'll lock him up here as if he were Havel of Baldic.
I've seen you've grown a thick skin since your tribulation, sir. But thank you. We'll meet again when circumstances are more favorable. Farewell.
Farewell, friend, and good fortune. Give my regards to Sir Hanush.
I will. And good luck to you and your people, too. These are dark times. Move out!
Anywhere, people! Move out! It's only a short way to Ratai now.
Vale, pues gente, vamos a dejarlo por aquí, ¿vale? Sé que ha sido un directo cortito, pero más que nada porque también he hecho otro anterior hace un momento y llevo 2 directos, llevaré aproximadamente 2 horas casi, o 2 horas y algo. Y el hombro ya me está diciendo que ya no aguanto más, ya me está empezando a doler bastante. Y puede que mañana, ¿vale? Puede que mañana no hagamos directo, porque así dejo descansar el hombro. Y cuanto antes se me pase, mejor. Pues dicho eso, gente, ya sabéis, nos vemos mañana si hago directo. Y si no, pues sería pasado mañana. Y recordar, ¿vale? Visitar mi canal de YouTube, donde subo contenido diariamente. Y si os gusta, pues un buen like, un buen follow aquí. Y nos vemos en la próxima. Adiós, peña.
Thank you.